morning, welcome back to a new video. In this video actually we are gonna finish and fix up this counter that we started I think nearly a year ago or something. So it's been a really long time since we did it. It doesn't look the best because, well, we failed at doing it, mostly because we messed up the epoxy. But let's see if we can fix it up. It is not the smoothest on the edges, the bottom is not finished, and as you can see below it, I got something which is a present for Dessy. This whole setup will be a present for Dessy. It's her name day on the 21st, and in Greece name days are quite as big, sometimes bigger than birthdays, and for some reason for us as well, we give bigger gifts on name days. So this is kind of my gift. So we got a dishwasher. I have not tried it yet. Apparently it's quite a cool one, but we'll see when it's set up. I'm missing still the piping to set it fully up, but we can at least start making up the frame and attach it into this main kind of counter. So I want it flush look all over, like wood planks going like this. So we'll see how it's all gonna turn out. But first, before we do that, I'm gonna remove the sink. I will try to do it without removing the tap, just so I don't have to unhook the water. And then we're gonna sandpaper up all the edges and maybe router them to make them nice and smooth. Let's try to do all of that and see how it turns out. I hope it's not too dusty. I have a vacuum cleaner so I can vacuum clean. I really hope it doesn't make dust because that would be very bad. I would have to clean up a lot and that's just extra work. So let's try. I really did not think this guy is gonna give me such a battle to get off, but really hard to get off. A full body weight, full pressure, everything. The screws in there just for extra support. The silicone literally is doing all the work. Oh my god, just with one corner holding on. It's so strong. Okay. If Dessy would see all this mess and all the dust that I've created, she would be very angry. It's a bit of a mess in here. I have moved all the dishes, ready for the dishwasher. Huge amount of mess everywhere, and everything's getting covered with the dust, which she would be very angry about. So I definitely have to sort that out. I have to clean everything that is dusty before she comes, which is in 5 days. So I have a lot of work to do. I actually sandpapered this, which was like an imperfection we messed up, and it turned out pretty good. Once it was wet, it actually blends in perfectly fine. So maybe if I lack it, it's gonna be good. So I'm gonna do the whole thing because it's really not smooth. Like it has rubbles everywhere and bumps. So I'm gonna try to sandpaper it all down like this. Even like that, it doesn't look bad. It's like foggy. So it doesn't look so ugly, because it might look good, but there's scratches everywhere and all kinds of bumps and everything. Here's like this is all bubbles and stuff. So see if I can get rid of those, and then maybe tomorrow I will lack it and see if that solves it. If not, I'll have to sandpaper the lack off and epoxy it again. Bit of a mess. But I have made all of these edges really nice and smooth, so it feels really good. That at least has been done. The bottom I have not quite started, so that's going to be the hard part. So that's the design I have decided to go for. I'm really scared that Despina is not gonna like it, but I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's gonna fit good. And the cutouts are gonna be, you know, flush, so it's gonna be end up like this once it's all closed. Of course, you're gonna see the lines of all the cutouts. It's not gonna be that flush, but I don't know. Does it look dumb? I hope not. I hope it looks good. I hope it's not gonna be awful, because it is taking a lot of work and a lot of time to make this. It's pretty complicated. But yeah, hopefully she likes it. And the bottom, I think I'm just gonna do inside, because the dishwasher has an inside cutout, so I'm just gonna do it all the way through like that, just so it looks flush instead of being half and half, so it looks nice and flush. But yeah, I think it's starting to look good. I hope it's gonna look good with some lac, not some lac, some oil, some linen seed oil. We're gonna oil it out. I have found a walnut oil. It's making like a walnut color, even though it's a pine. But yeah, I kind of like the patches it has, which are really cool looking, like because you can see that it's literally the same tree, so it feels like it's copy pasted, but it's just the same tree that was cut into planks. So it has the same pattern everywhere, but it looks like galaxies like floating around and stuff. So I like it. Or like Despina says, it looks like a freaky little alien. I don't know, whatever. So yeah, let me see how can I make the holes, because that's the hardest part, to make the holes exactly where I need them. Somehow this clamp is holding it on perfectly, so that should let me at least draw some lines so I can know where everything goes. The mess that I'm making, Dessy would be very, very angry. She would know how much dust is here. She's not gonna know. It's all gonna be cleaned up. I think she would also not like me to make my socks like this. But this is what I do when you leave me alone. So that's the first piece that is finished. I really love how it turned out. These, like a last minute idea that I had to do these edges that, you know, makes it not so basic. It kind of, you know, adds a character. It's a bit hard to open now because the whole dishwasher is falling down like this. So it's a bit hard. But, damn, whoa. That is really smart design. Look at that, it's sliding up and down. Okay, I didn't know it does that, so it means I need to make that that part also like a bit more nicer looking because it's all visible and it all pops out. And that's actually what makes it stay. Without that, it didn't stay. So now it actually is able to stay open. Oh, that is so cool. And then it slides back in. And then you have to click it in. Feels pretty good. Maybe there's a bit of a gap or something here. One thing is a bit jiggly. Maybe I haven't tightened down the screws enough. I'll check. But yeah, it's turning out really nicely. We just have to finish up the rest. We have to make an opening door. It's only going to be one door actually. I actually wanted to make a double door, but I think it's just going to be single door because then it looks like it's just two of these pieces instead of being another split here. So it's like a 60 and a 60 centimeter, two pieces. I think that's going to look really nice. And these ones here we choose with Despina, these little handles. We also have like small square ones, but I think here we're also going to put one like that. And we're going to leave the pulley ones for maybe some other project. Like here I'm going to put for the forks and knives. Forks and knives and spoons. It's gonna be up here. I'm gonna have to do that now as well because I want it fully finished. I want the whole package, like whole deal for her to enjoy. So yeah, this is a really important part. I really hated how ugly this whole bottom looked. Like the counter was not finished and this bottom was all open. So now this is gonna give us, you know, a place to put our trash and a dishwasher and a place to put our forks and knives and spoons. So this is gonna be a really cool one. I can't wait to use this dishwasher. I'm excited. This is my first dishwasher I have ever bought, so really exciting. I don't really know what happened, but all the epoxy just went crazy and started turning white and bubbling up, like running away from the counter. I think this is because there was greasiness on the counter, even though it was sandpapered, and then I cleaned it with Spirit. Something triggered it to go crazy and get white. I don't know if this is gonna like it and think it's an art piece, or if she's just gonna hate it. And I think that I ruined it, you know, right? Not very good. Hopefully I can at least make it smooth, so at least it's a counter, not like right now it's, oh, you cannot really see in the reflection, all bubbly. So yeah, let me scoop for an hour until it's starting to dry up so it does not run away, because right now it's just running away from the counter and leaving bubbles. So I just need to keep going over it until it's too heavy to move, like it's too dried up. I don't know, this might be a ruined countertop. So it's been 12 hours or so. It has hardened up enough, you know, to touch it. It's still really soft, kind of, you know, if you put pressure on it or if you try to scratch it, it will scratch real easily. But it has hardened. I don't know, I think it looks a bit crazy. It does have a kind of a pattern to it, but overall it just looks messy. I'm really scared that he's gonna hate it so much that I'll have to sandpaper it all back down till the wood is clear, and we'll have to do it again without failing. Terrified of how bad it looks. But yeah, let's put the sink back on and let's start working on the cabinets. Let's hopefully get those done correctly and without any mistakes. So at least that kind of, you know, takes it away from the badly done counter. At least it's all smooth now. Before it was not straight and stuff, and now it's perfectly straight, no bumps, nothing. Really smooth, edges are all smoothened out. They were not smooth, they were sharp and rough. So now it's all smooth at least, so we can still use it until we decide what to do with it, if we want to sandpaper it back down or, you know, whatever we decide. It is looking nice and smooth and straight, but, you know, the look and the color, it's a bit weird. It's like someone spilled milk, especially next to where the tap is. It really bubbled up hard. The bubbles, I think, are mostly caused by dust and stuff. I don't know what dust, because I cleaned it like 10 times or something. I cleaned it, vacuum cleaned everything. Did it with brush and then vacuum cleaned and cleaned it with papers. But yeah, I don't know. It's really weird how it happened, but it happened, so nothing you can do. Let's move on. This might be a long video. What do you get when one wood is bent from drawing too fast and the other one, the saw, cut a bit sideways? You get a gigantic gap. That does not look very good. This wood is extremely bent, but it goes all the way through like that, causing a lot of problems. But I think we'll leave it. I really don't have time to replace it, so let's finish up all of this. But yeah, it's looking quite good. I don't think I'll make it to have everything oiled, because it's the last day. Tomorrow is the cleanup day. To clean up the whole giant mess that I've made. Everything is dusty. And I have to finish this up. I still want to make the drawer for the forks and knives and spoons and whatever, because that's really useful and nice. So it's kind of finished. The bottom I might leave and do it after. And the oiling we might do in another video together with Despina. See if she wants to oil it the color that I've chosen, or maybe she likes it the way it is, or another color, darker or something. So this is kind of the final product. I think it looks better in the video than it does in person. It is pretty inaccurate, but I don't know. I guess I'm going with the style of the house where everything is a bit sideways. The biggest problem was the counter was done not very straight because we used old wood and nothing was very accurate. So the problem is that it did not come out so perfect as I would like it to, but I think it's good enough. So what we have the dishwasher, which opens up. I hope the audio sounds good. It opens up and it pushes the wood out, which is really cool, and then it like sucks it back in. I like that. So it kind of, you know, looks a bit crazy when you look at that. Like a dishwasher in that wood. I don't know, for me at least. And then we have this one. This took a while to make, to get it perfect, and to get it fit. Because that's not a lot of space, maybe. I don't know. For me, at least. It feels like it's not a lot of space. And I put this one in here because I wasn't sure if Dessy wants to make from wood or she wants to buy a bigger one of these or what she wants to do. So I'd rather just leave it. Let her decide with me. I do need to wash everything. All the dishes need to be washed. And everything. Because everything pretty much got dusty. And not with a nice wood dust or something. You know, you could just scrub it off. That's really a lot of layer. It is epoxy dust, so I think I'm gonna have to pretty much wash everything. So I guess we could try the dishwasher out and see how it works. I did want to leave it to Dessy to try, but I think I'll have to try just to get rid of all of these dishes and get them all washed. They just need a little bit of wash, not like they have dirt on them. And then we have the final thing, which is the door. It opens up to all the plumbing and, you know, a mess. And then I have here to do the trash can, which is gonna open up with the door. I just did not have the energy or time to do it. The door does soft close. This one here does not soft close, but it has like rubbers that click in, which are pretty nice when you close it. So it does not, you cannot slam it like an old school one. I guess you can still. Yeah, kind of. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And the countertop, of course, with the milky color. It's a bit dusty now, so you can't see the milky color all the way, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a bit of a mess of a video, but yeah. I guess it's not that bad to get your house dusty, because it reveals all the spider webs that were close to invisible. Now you can vacuum clean them. I don't think Dessy is going to be so happy about all the dust, but at least I'm doing a full cleanup of the house. I'm literally taking every single thing up and undusting it and vacuum cleaning. It's a mess, but I think it was worth it. I think it looks pretty good. Det var det snöstorm. Ja.
What did you do?
Surprise? Question mark?
Why is it that color? Is that intended or is that an accident?
No, it's not intended. That's not an accident. That's a chemical reaction of, I don't know. It's fresh epoxy, but it's failed and became white.
Did you put epoxy on top?
I sandpapered the whole thing.
Oh, you also made all the front.
Somewhat.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it's not straight, but that's also the wood was drying way too fast and bending. look nice?
I guess.
Wait, I haven't stained it because, well, I didn't have time. This took 7 days. 3 days it took to do the roof, and then every single day, morning 7 o'clock
Yeah, but we
till
didn't have
evening
time.
12 o'clock. I was working every day.
Something inside? Oh.
Every single day I worked.
Did you run? Isn't that cute? That's a nice size. Okay, that's what the big box was for?
So yeah, that's pretty much it. See you later.
I just have to take it in all.